Hello everyone out there, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. It's now September, I have my cozy sweater on, and for a lot of people, back to school is now here and just back to new routines. I always feel like the fall is like, it always feels like new beginnings in a lot of different ways. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you some easy and healthy lunches for work or for school. Each of these recipes require no cooking, so they're very easy to whip together. And some of them also contain similar ingredients so that you can have kind of an idea of how you can use items in different kinds of ways. But the best part about these lunches is that they are bento box style. So there's a lot of room for diversity of foods and flavors and snacks in the different compartments. And I want to thank Mon Bento for partnering with me on today's video. Mon Bento is the maker of the bento box that I'm going to be using for today's lunches. They make a variety of customizable lunch boxes that are compact and airtight with different accessories like sauce cups and utensils. I love the design of their bento boxes because of the way that everything fits together so nicely. They're also BPA free, dishwasher safe, freezer safe, and microwave safe if you use a microwave. And I have a 10% off coupon for you in the description box below, as well as all of the recipes that I'm sharing with you today can be found over on my blog, so I've linked those down below as well. Let's get started. So the first lunch recipe we're going to be making is a chickpea salad. You're just going to start by opening up a can of chickpeas. I have these ones by Eve's. They're BPA-free lining in the can, which I really like. Give them a little rinse, add them to the bowl, and then we're going to add all of our veggies. So for this, it's really just a couple simple veggies, some chopped cucumber. I like to dice it up into pretty small pieces, a little bit of shredded carrot, and some Kalamata olives pitted and sliced or chopped up. And then we're gonna add a little bit of dried basil, which I find goes really nicely with the flavors in this salad, some olive oil, and some apple cider vinegar. I just sort of pour it all into one bowl and then give it a good mix, and that's it. You can also add in some salt and pepper if you would like to as well. Add it to your bento box, and then we're gonna chop up our snacks for the second compartment, and we're gonna do some sliced apple and some sunflower seed butter here. But of course, you can do any types of snacks that you like, but I'm gonna be sharing with you a number of different snack options throughout this video. And like I mentioned, these bento boxes are designed in such a way that the lids are completely airtight. All you want to do to ensure they remain airtight is to firmly press the lid down and make sure that you close the silicone cap. And then of course, when removing the lids, you just pop the silicone cap off. And then they stack beautifully, and your little cutlery set fits perfectly under the lid. Next up is a kale salad with apples and cranberries and a delicious lemon tahini dressing. It's kind of like a Caesar salad, but a little different, and it's dairy-free. So you're just gonna start by prepping your kale, and what I like to do is pull the leaves off of the hard stem and then break it up into pieces. And what you'll want to do is add a little bit of olive oil and start massaging the kale really, really well. This way it makes it a lot more palatable and not so tough. And then we're gonna chop up some apple and add that to our bowl, and add in our dried cranberries, some diced avocado, and some hemp seeds. And then we can get started on the dressing. All you'll need is some tahini, which is sesame seed butter, and some Dijon mustard or grainy mustard, and some fresh lemon juice, some olive oil, some garlic powder, and some pepper. And then just give it a good stir, and then it'll become really nice and creamy. Add that to your bento box, and then we'll get started on our snacks. And I'm just doing a couple of boiled eggs here, which you can eat on their own as a snack or pair them with the salad itself. I also have my no-bake chocolate chip peanut butter bites and some banana. These no-bake chocolate chip bites are very, very, very easy to make. All you need to do is mix together some coconut flour, some ground flaxseed, peanut butter, which I have here, but you could also do almond butter, whichever is your favorite, a little bit of maple syrup, and some chocolate chips. I'm using the chocolate chips by Enjoy Life. They're one of my favorites. They are dairy-free, and you just roll them up and they're good to go. You can store them in the fridge or in the freezer. Lunch number 3 is a very simple but delicious Greek salad. So we're just chopping up some cucumber here. I like to do larger pieces of cucumber for a Greek salad, slicing up some baby tomatoes as well, and we're just gonna add that to a bowl, along with some diced red onion, some Kalamata olives, my absolute favorite, some olive oil, apple cider vinegar, and dried oregano. Give it a good stir, and I have also added in some yellow bell pepper as well. I kind of added that in last minute. And for our snacks, I have here some rice crackers with some flax seeds in there, some hummus, and a little bit of prosciutto. What I like about these kinds of salad recipes is that you can make larger batches if you'd like to do a little bit of batch cooking, and then you can have some leftovers for lunches for a couple of days if you'd like to. Lunch number 4 are some tuna collard green wraps. These are very simple to make and also just require just a couple of ingredients. So you're just gonna take some canned tuna and add that to a bowl, and we're gonna begin by chopping up some green onion and adding that to our bowl with some shredded carrot and some olives. I definitely have a thing for olives in a lot of my recipes, and some Dijon mustard or grainy mustard. And if you've seen my meal prep video, you would know that I kind of shared how to do a collard green wrap, and you just slice off the width of the hard stem, and then that allows you to roll it much easier. Of course, you could do any of your favorite type of wrap, tortilla wrap, but I do like the collard greens for a grain-free option. And for some snacks here, I've got some red grapes, some carrot sticks, and some hummus, and a couple more of my no-bake chocolate chip bites. Okay, and the 5th and final recipe here is a ginger sesame noodle bowl. So for the noodles, we are spiralizing up some zucchini and also some cucumber as well. However, if you want to, you could definitely do a rice noodle. So add that to your bento box, and we're gonna add the rest of our veggies here. Some sliced red bell pepper, some more shredded carrot, and a little bit of cilantro. So next, we're gonna move on to the ginger sesame dressing, this is by far one of my favorite dressings that I love to use for sauces and dips and dressings. All you need is toasted sesame oil, some apple cider vinegar, a little bit of maple syrup, and some coconut aminos or soy sauce. I like to use tamari, which is a wheat-free soy sauce, some powdered ginger, or you could use like freshly minced or grated ginger, and some sunflower seed butter. You could also use almond butter here. And you just wanna whisk it until it's really nice and creamy, and then add it to your little sauce cups here, and this will be the dressing for the noodle bowl. For some snacks here, I've got some chopped cantaloupe, a couple of walnuts, and some sliced strawberries as well, keeping it nice and fresh for this one. Now I want to share with you an alternative to doing a noodle bowl, but doing a wrap instead, and I like to use rice paper wraps for these. So I like to slice up some romaine lettuce for these. I also love sliced avocado as well as grape, but for the most part, pretty much all the same veggies as a noodle bowl. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna take some rice papers and soak them in some warm water. It doesn't take long, maybe 60 seconds or so, until they're softened, and you can use them to make your rice paper wraps. So what I do is I just lay them out flat. You'll want to do this while they're still wet, of course. Layer on all of your ingredients of choice, and then just simply roll it up nice and tightly. These are so good, and they just kind of switch up the type of lunch that you're eating instead of doing the noodle bowl, if you want to switch things up. And you can use your little sauce cups to store the dressing, which is perfect for dipping the rolls in. The key to good lunches really is to have lots of different flavors and foods and snacks to kind of look forward to, as well as having foods that provide you with a good dose of healthy fats, fiber, and protein to keep you feeling satiated. And that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the description box below for your coupon code and for all of the recipes that I have shared with you today. I hope that you will give one of them a try. If you do, definitely leave me a comment below, either below in the comment section or over on my blog. I would love to hear from you, and I'll see you all very, very soon.